What is going on, my dudes? Tystra here, back again with another Genshin Impact video, and as always, make sure to hit the subscribe and like button down below, and make sure you also hit that notification bell to be notified when new videos come up. Now, I am an absolute idiot. I literally stayed home from work yesterday, doing some other stuff, and completely spaced that we even had a Genshin Impact stream today. And for some reason, I thought it was going to be tomorrow, but it definitely happened today. And wow, did a lot of stuff come out. So we're gonna go ahead and start with first thing. It's gonna be Genshin 2.0. So they're not doing a 1.7. So my theory is that from now on, we're gonna be going to like 0.6 of each one. So for 2.0, it's only gonna go up to 2.6, and then we're gonna worry about 3.0. But that could change in the future. miHoYo has been known to change stuff. So definitely excited for Genshin 2.0, especially with all the stuff that came out today. Now, the first thing they talked about was the Taste of Summer fan art contest. Well, anything major. When it comes to the whole video, and I highly recommend that you guys watch it as well, the 1 hour special, because they had a lot of insight from the developers, from the designers, and all that stuff when it comes to the game. I liked it, and I thought it was really, really educational when it comes to how they actually designed the game and what their thought process is. So I definitely suggest to all of you that you guys check it out. But again, first thing that they really mentioned was the Taste of Summer. And this is just a fan art contest, so I highly recommend that you guys do that. And if any of my viewers are participating in the Taste of Summer fan art contest, go ahead and also post your fan art on Twitter and tag me in it. I'd like to see what you guys have in store when it comes to art. I'm a very big art fan, so definitely really like that. But let's go ahead and get into the actual Inazuma stuff. So Inazuma is confirmed to be much larger than Dragonspine and Golden Apple Archipelago, and later on in the stream they even confirmed that the Golden Apple Archipelago was indeed a rough draft for Inazuma, because Inazuma is going to be split into multiple islands. I think that's amazing. The art styles that they had going for Inazuma and the stuff that they showed in a lot of the promotional material has been beautiful, and a lot of the like puzzles and mechanics that they have, I didn't get those pictures, so my apologies, and I had to get this video out. If you guys want that for next time, please let me know. But they did a lot of really cool stuff when it comes to the imagery of Inazuma, and it's fantastic. Going into my next picture here, they actually talked about this, and it is they got 2 new flowers basically. One's called Nakuweed and the other is called Sakura Bloom. I believe this is the one called Sakura Bloom. I'm almost dead certain on it. So this is a very pretty thing, and obviously if I see it in the overworld, I'm gonna like look around and be like, oh my god, that's pretty. So I'm guessing that Nakuweed and Sakura Bloom are gonna be things used for ascension materials for Ayaka, Yoimiya, Sayu, and anybody going forward. Definitely, again, excuse me. Definitely, as they went through the promotional material and showed off the area, again, I cannot stress enough, you guys need to watch the whole entire thing. Going into the next thing, I'm gonna go ahead and close out that real quick. Oh, went to the wrong thing. Sorry guys, we're doing this on the fly. Now, they went into the abilities, and if for people who have done the beta, they already kind of know Ayaka's abilities. But let's go ahead and get into it. Elemental skill, Kamisato art, Hayoka. This looks to be just an AoE skill that just does regular damage. Definitely cool looking. I think it looks beautiful. I definitely refer to Ayaka as kind of like a Weiss from Ruby. So a lot of these abilities, I'm like, they kind of resemble Weiss from Ruby a little bit. So definitely cool. I'm not giving it any crap. That's for sure. They're still really, really cool. I like them. Then the Elemental Burst, Kamisato Art, Soimetsu. Sorry if I'm butchering these names. I'm trying to pronounce them on the fly. But it looks like it's another AoE type of damage, but the sword disappears, and then a fan does like a whirlwind. I think it's really cool, obviously. Also, again, guys, as you could see, the picture resolution is not good. I am dumb. Again, as I stated before, I did not look at my video and go, oh, hey, I need to bump up the quality of the video because it autos to 480p. So I need to fix that from now on because I don't know why it does that. But next thing, we're going into Yoimiya. Now, first, before I go into this, the thing that I realized about Yoimiya is that she's got, as a bow and arrow user, she is basically like Ganyu. And the reason why I say that is because Yoimiya has a double charge shot for her arrow. And when she does it, the first one fires and then missiles fire after it. So it's not as fast, in my opinion, as Ganyu's double charge shot. But from what I was seeing in the thing, it charges faster. So yeah, you're not doing the damage faster, but you are charging it faster. So it looks like the DPS is going to work about the same with Yoimiya. I cannot wait. I love this mechanic when it comes to bow users. So, but anyways, this is the first skill, elemental skill, Nawabi Fire Dance. This one looks like it's going to just be a buff to normal arrow attacks. So honestly, that's going to be phenomenal. When your normal arrow attacks become elemental charge, I think that's great. So that's going to be a really cool ability for her, and I believe she's going to be doing a lot of damage. Outside of that, we got the elemental burst Ryukin Saxifrage. Sorry again if I butcher that, but it looks like it's an AoE skill that, you know, works as an AoE skill. On top of that, if you look in the right corner, we'll talk about these again. This is going to be a new enemy that we talk about later on in the video. But yeah, and then we go into what's known as Sayu, and obviously Sayu is the cute little ninja lolly girl. They actually talked about her a decent amount in this video, which I thought was really, really cool. But her first elemental skill, Yuhu Art Funin Dash, and it looks like this is going to be an ability where you could charge it and it has you roll. So I think that's really cool. It's very different, in my opinion, but it's gonna have you roll, and then once you basically release it, it's going to do this little spin attack with her from what I saw, a tail, and I'm guessing that tail is weighted. So, but the tail is obviously part of a costume. She's not actually like a little raccoon girl, but I digress from there. Her elemental burst, which is right here, is as you can see, it has little plus signs and all that. It's going to be a regen ability, and I thought that was really cool. Especially since, you know, we honestly haven't gotten a lot of health buffing in sense besides Zhongli, and Zhongli's even, you have to like get him to a certain constellation. I believe it was C4 or C2. I could be wrong. My apologies. Let me know in the comments below. But we haven't really had that many health regen characters, so it's really cool to get a new one right off the bat. From there, we actually talked about some story quests, and what's really, really cool, and I want to commend them for this because this is going to be a lot of content right off the bat. They said that the first two chapters, Chapter 2 Act 1 and Chapter 2 Act 2, and both story quests for Yoimiya and Ayaka will be available at the same time. So whether that be the start or whether that be after Ayaka's event wish and then going into Yoimiya's, I do not know. So that's really cool in essence of that. So definitely have to commend them. The next thing that we have to go into is actually the voice actors, and we're going to kind of go over these really quick, point out some really cool ones. But yeah, they announced a lot of the Japanese voice actors. Again, they haven't announced the English VAs from my understanding, but we could know a little bit later. So Yoimiya, she's Ueda Kana, which is a voice actor for Ren from Fate's Day. Another one that I kind of noticed was Iffy from Hyperdimension Neptunia. I'm a very big Hyperdimension Neptunia fan, so it's really cool to see that we got Iffy right there. Then we got Sayu, who is voiced by Sasaki Aya. Sorry again, I'm pronouncing these on the fly, so my apologies. I don't know much about her, but I do know that this is a girl from what's it called, Kill la Kill. It obviously says right there too. Mako is her name. Mako from Kill la Kill. That's her biggest role from what I'm seeing. I don't see really anybody. I do see these girls right here, and that's from Kantai Collection or Konkoli. So that's really cool as well. From here we got the Raiden Shogun, which is going to be the Electro Archon. And the Japanese voice actor is Sawashiro Miyuki. And for those who are fans of me, they know that my girl Sinon is right there, and I'm already excited. So I think I'm gonna like the Electro Archon. Maybe a little biased, but still. You could also see High School of the Dead character right there. I think that's really cool. And a lot of people know about Durarara. I don't know what that one is from. I think that might be Grand Blue Fantasy. But yeah, there's a lot of good talent there. Then we go into a new character announced named Toma. Toma, I felt honestly was the most design aesthetic unpleasing, I guess, how I could explain it. But he still kind of gives me the little child Tartaglia feels about it. But he is Morota Masakazu. There we go. My apologies again for butchering these names. But he was the Japanese VA for Titus from Final Fantasy, Tarble and Whis from Dragon Ball, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the copy Vegeta from Super, but part of me is also confused on whether that means that he was also the original voice actor for Vegeta. I don't know. But his biggest claim to fame, in my opinion, is Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. So that's really cool. That's a big get for the team of miHoYo. Kojo Sada is the next one, and the voice actor for her is Seto Asami, who is the voice actor for this one. I can't remember her name, but I know she's from Rise of the Shield Hero. But apparently she also voiced Nubara from Jujutsu Kaisen, which a lot of people love that, and Chiyuki from Death Parade. For me, I don't see any others that I recognize. I mainly just recognize her, but I can't remember who she is. I know a lot of people in the comments are going to get after me about that because she's a waifu of a lot of people, but yeah. From there, we got Sango Nomiya Kokomi, and the voice actor for her is Mimori Suzuko, which she's right there. I know this person's from Disgaea, or it looks like the art style of Disgaea. I could be wrong on that, so my apologies. But apparently she voiced Umi Sonoda from Love Live. I never watched Love Live, so that might be one that I watch. But yeah, she voiced a lot of these characters right here. Well, all these characters right here. And then we got Goro, which is voiced by Hatanaka Tasuku. Again, trying to pronounce them correctly. He voiced Kaminari in My Hero Academia, which is a big get in my opinion. Love it, love it, love it. So whenever My Hero Academia is a part of it, that's when I go, yes, perfect. And then the last character that they announced for VA is Yao Sakura, which is voiced by Sakura Anaye, who is voiced, and this is one of the bigger gets in my personal opinion, voices Ochako from My Hero Academia, Onodera from what's that anime called? I know it's Onodera, but I can't remember what the anime is called. And then Misty from Pokemon. I can recognize these girls from Kansai Collection personally. These girls from Kansai Collection as well. So yeah, it's a big get for them. A lot of these characters are really cool, and all these characters that I'm mentioning, you know, right here, are going to be characters that are going to become playable, from my understanding, from what I understood in the presentation. So definitely really, really cool. Very excited for some of these characters. Let me know which character you find is the most design aesthetically pleasing. Now, from there, they actually also announced another thing where they will be releasing an album, and it's going to be of the 68 tracks from the Genshin Impact overworld. And I think that's really, really cool. It's going to be all the stuff from 1.0, so 1.0 to 1.6. So if you're a fan of the music, which I am, definitely get keep your eyes peeled. When it releases, I'll go ahead and post it here or on my Twitter, twitter.com/Taisetsu, and we'll go from there. Now, here's one of the biggest things as well that I don't think I expected, and we're gonna do a little zoom here. The events overview, and we have a lot of events returning. But let's go ahead and talk about the new event first, Thunder Sojourn. They didn't really go into detail per se about it, and once I find out the details and go more into it. I'll also make another video about it most likely, but this is where we could recruit Beto. Obviously, you can see we get crowns, primos, mora, the books, and then there's also these things down here, which I don't know entirely what they are, but I also see that we could get, you know, rank up materials when it comes to Ascension. So that's really, really cool in that sense. One of the returning events, which a lot of people are extremely ecstatic about, as am I, is the Theater Mechanicus, the Stage of Wonders. This is going to be a revamped revamped version of the Theater Jesus, sorry, Theater Mechanicus from earlier this year in January, and it was a lot of fun. It was basically like a tower defense. You don't get to hit the enemies, but you have to put down these mechanisms that fire like pyro, electro, and all this other stuff in combination. So really cool. Glad that's returning. Another thing that's returning as well is this Lost Riches, which was another thing that was out earlier this year, where you could actually get your very own Sealy pet. And as you can see, we're going to get a purple Sealy pet, and they said that you can only grab one, which I think kind of sucks, because I would like to be able to grab the rest of them, because if they keep adding one each time, I'm never going to get the other two, which I think I got either the pink or the Dayflower. But we do get the Viola one if you want the purple one, or you could get the other three if you haven't gotten any of those. Another event that's going to be coming out, that's a new event, is Phantom Flow, which really the only information that we have is that it's going to be completing challenges of various difficulties, which is normal. That's a normal thing for Genshin. But I think it's going to have something to do with some of the electro things that we see around the overworld. So who knows? I definitely think that this is going to be a really fun event. But it has this symbol again right here, and I want to know what those are. Let me know in the comments below if you know what those are. And then, of course, the return of Leyline Overflow. We already knew that Leyline Overflow was going to come back. So really cool to get that. Double the EXP rewards, more ley lines for your pleasure. Now, another big thing that they announced, and I did not expect this, we're going to be getting gardening in the Serena Teapot. And as you see, we can get seeds from the seed dispensary. But basically, you could grab flowers from the overworld, like mint and all that, and they'll give you seeds. Once you get the seeds, you can plant them, and from my understanding is that they'll constantly replant, or like you'll constantly get the seeds to get it's basically getting two. If you grab one mint, you're basically getting two. So I think that's really cool right there. That's a really fun little aspect of it, and you could basically make something of it. From what I could tell, it's going to be a whole bunch of different stuff. As you could see the Lotus Head right there, Cecilia's, Sea Ganondorn, which I'm pretty sure those are coming back into the overworld for Inazuma, but they didn't confirm it. But you could see like all sorts of flowers. There's going to be all sorts of different stuff. Basically, how you do it is you buy plots inside of your Serena Teapot, and you could go from there. You're going to get the little box item, which is right here, from the same person you got the Serena Teapot from. From there, they actually talked about some enemies that are going to be new. And this is one of the enemies that we were talking about before when we were looking at Yoimiya, which is basically the Ruin Sentinel. And the Ruin Sentinel has many forms. You have what I call the laser shooter right here. You have the walking tank, which it just walks across. You have a snake, or where is it? We have a snake version right here where it just kind of goes upright. And then, of course, right after that, we have a jellyfish version, which I think the jellyfish version is the weirdest one out of all of them. So definitely let me know what you think about that. Then, of course, they go into the Ronin enemy after that, which it looks like we have a Pyro Ronin enemy right here, which is going to be kind of like, the Fatui big boys. So we got a Pyro one right there. We have an Electro one as well right here. And then we have, of course, the visual of the underlings. It's not a very good picture. Again, I apologize for the quality, but we definitely see that the Ronin are going to be basically like the treasure hunters or the hilly churls, but they're going to be in this area. They go into bosses after that, and we get our first look at the Pyro Hypostasis, the newest edition of the Hypostasis family. Didn't really show much of him, which I totally understand. Like, again, as you can see in the corner, it has the little under development thing. So we definitely see the pyro hypostasis here, and then of course they got another boss, which kind of threw me for a loop for a second. It's called the Perpetual Mechanical Array, and I wonder how that's going to tie into the stuff that's going to be happening with Inazuma. It's definitely weird. Like, it showed it like shifting into like it was. I can't explain it. If you guys remember when we did the little event where you had the different stages of stuff, and it was basically you didn't battle, you just ran through and tried to survive and gained points from it. It kind of reminds me of the event where it had the pillar in the middle and the little like waves of stuff coming out of the ground. That's what it reminded me of. So really cool from there. From there, they actually announced the event, which I think this is big news because in essence, we got proof of what's going to happen when it comes to Ayaka, Yoimiya, and Sayu. So Ayaka is going to be the first banner in Inazuma, which is great because I think that if you're going to introduce Inazuma, you got to introduce the character that everybody's been waiting for. It's been in beta for so long. Then afterwards, the next one is going to be Yoimiya and Sayu. With Sayu being a 4-star character. Now, I am kind of upset because I would like to see health regen get a buff and also have a 5-star character to go with that buff. But I digress. I'm very happy with the fact that we're not getting 3 different 5-star banners with this, and we're getting more 4-stars because I think that we need to get more 4-star characters in general. From there, they actually brought in these new weapons. The Hamayumi, which is the bow, the Aminoma Kageuchi, which is the one-handed sword, the Kaiten cross spear, which is the spear, the Katsurugi Kiri Nagamasa, which is the claymore basically, and the Hakushin ring, which is the catalyst. So these are the new 4-star weapons that are coming to Inazuma in the wishes. So there's that. Along with the new 5-star weapons, the Thundering Pulse bow, which is most likely going to be good with I wouldn't say the Thunder Archon, but with another character. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting at least 2 new Electro characters during this. And then the Mint Splitter Reforged, which I think is going to be the Thunder Archon's big weapon right there. These look amazing, by the way. These are really cool designed. From there, they actually kind of pulled this up. No, wrong thing. That's for another video. The Weapon Wish stuff, which is going to be a thing where they talk about the emphasized path, which will let you choose your 5-star basically. So I'm going to kind of read this, kind of skim through it in essence. Once you have charted the course towards your chosen weapon, you will obtain 1 fate point upon receiving a 5-star weapon that is not the one that you chose. You can obtain a maximum of 2 fate points. Once you've reached the maximum amount of 2 fate points, the next 5-star weapon you choose will be the one that you have chosen through emphasized path. When you obtain the chosen weapon in Epitome Invocation through emphasized path, the accumulated fate points will be cleared. So, like, take Tectone, for example. We all know about Tectone meme, where he got 8 Wolf's Gravestones in a row. If this would have been the thing, after the second Wolf's Gravestone, he would have automatically, in the next poll, gotten Staff of Homa. So, this is really cool in essence, but at the same time, I think they personally should have lowered it to 1 fate point and brought it to where it was exactly like when it comes to, you know, the regular system. And I say this because of the fact that nobody is going to be summoning that much on the weapons banner, in my personal opinion, unless they are completely just shilling out tens of thousands of dollars like every month. Because honestly, like I don't see the weapons as worth when it comes to that. It's not really essential in my personal opinion. Like, you could always do whatever damage you need to. But I digress. This is still a step in the right direction. Especially with, you know, again, we had to deal with the Staff of Homa incident with Tectone. And I've seen a lot of people get a lot of Wolf's Gravestones during that Staff of Homa thing. I think this is a necessary precaution. Now, we get into basically the last little bit of everything where they talk about the new artifact sets, and we're going to go into the Emblem of Severed Faith, a 2-piece set, energy recharge plus 20%, or a 4-piece set, increases elemental burst damage by 25% of energy recharge, a maximum of 75% bonus damage. Can be obtained in this way. Sorry, very tired. But I think that's going to be decent. Definitely if you have an energy recharge build on a character. I haven't built any characters around just straight energy recharge. So this could open up some avenues for sure. And then Shimanoa's Reminiscence, sorry. 2-piece set, attack plus 18%, which is cool. When casting an elemental skill for the 4-piece set, if the character has 15 or more energy, they lose 15 energy, and normal charge and plunging attack damage is increased by 50% for 10 seconds. I think that's actually really cool. That might bump up a lot of DPS. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And then the last thing that they talked about when it comes to artifact stuff, and the other thing that they talked about, I'm going to put in another video, so stay tuned. The artifact strongbox, which I thought was crazy to think about. We knew something like this was coming, but I didn't understand. So I'm guessing how it's going to work is that you put in 4 artifacts that you don't want, and then they're going to spit out 4 artifacts back. You have to choose one of those 4 artifacts you want to keep, and then the rest get trashed. So let's say you get how do you put it? Let's say you get 4 witches burning plume sets. So let's say 4 HP percentage hats. You put them into the artifact strongbox. 4 come out. 2 of them are crit rate, 1 of them's crit damage, and 1 of them is healing bonus. You could choose one of those 4 depending on what the sub effects are, and then you basically trash the other ones. I think that's cool for when it comes to clearing your space for artifacts. I think I'm actually going to save a bunch of my artifacts now because of that, because I want to see what I can get. I definitely will be farming Witch's Burning Plume or whichever artifacts I can, because that's a very, very cool concept. So definitely save your artifacts for now. This is going on to a 30-minute video, so I need to calm it down for a moment. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of all this. There is one more thing that was announced, but I'm not going to talk about it here. I'm going to talk about it in another video. So again, let me know in the comments what you're excited for. Definitely, again, we're going to get Electro Traveler as well, so we already knew that. But a lot of this information is new. We got a lot of new enemies that are really, really cool. I forgot to touch up on the new Fatui enemy, Mirror Maiden, but it looks exactly like what you would think. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys are excited about. Once again, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. Hopefully you guys check me out on all my other stuff down below. Everything's in the description. As always, guys, thank you so much. Love you all to death, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.